Hello and welcome to Excel Essentials. In this session, we'll be covering the concatenate formula. The concatenate function in Excel is really useful if you need to join multiple strings of text into one piece of text. Um, there are some examples where text join is more efficient, but concatenate can really be useful if there isn't a consistent delimiter, because then that way you can customize it to the structure that you want portrayed. Now, for example, here, what we're going to do is we're going to create a full short profile where we're just going to have the name of people in our company, a hyphen, then their job, and then their grade in brackets. Now, this is where text join wouldn't be useful, for example, and this is where concatenate will come into its own to really help us out in combining these quickly and also making it dynamic as well, which is something text join also offers too. Now we're going to hit equals and we're going to type in concatenate and we're going to open the brackets. Then what we're going to do is we're going to select our first cell, which will be our name here. And what we're going to do is we're going to then hit a comma. And then what we're going to do is we're going to open a quotation mark. And here what we'll do is we'll do a space, hyphen, space, and we'll close that again for the hyphen element. Then what we'll do is we'll hit another comma to put in our next piece of text. And here we want the job of the person, and here we'll select their job, which is B2 in this scenario. Then we'll hit a comma, and then here is where we'll start putting in the grade element. Now, what we'll do is we'll open another quotation mark, and we'll do uh, an opening bracket after a space, and then we'll close that off in the quotation marks. Then we'll do another comma, then we'll hit out and select our grade, which in this case is S50, and then we'll do another comma, and then we'll open the quotation marks and close that bracket surrounding the grade, and then we'll close that off with the closing quotation mark, and then we'll close off the formula. Now this does look a little bit confusing, but once we hit enter, I'll also run us back through. So I'm just going to come back to formulas and I'm going to click show formulas. So I'll run through it again for us here. So we've got our concatenate formula. And as you see, we've got A2, which is our person's name, so Zayden Coleman. And then we are separating each parameter of our concatenate formula, which is a lot of strings in this scenario. And then we are encompassing a specific text string, which is the hyphen, and that is surrounded by two spaces in it as well, in a set of quotation marks. Then we have B2, which is the role, so the PSO analyst, and then we are going to move on to the next bit, which is where we get the grade in brackets next to the role. And to do that, we obviously need a space between the grade and the role, and we need to open that bracket for the role. Now, if I just make column D a little bit bigger, then after we've opened that bracket, we need to obviously put the grade in that. And then we'll put in the grade in C2 in the next element of our parameters. And then here we will close that bracket where the grade is with it being in its own text string, which is demonstrated by the quotation marks here. And then we will close off the whole formula. Now I'm just going to deselect show formulas here, and as you can see, we've got our sort of full short profile where we've got the resource's name, we've got their job title and their grade. Now if we double click to get that to come down, we've now generated everyone's within the team. Now let's say, for example, that one of our PMs was to be changing their role into a portfolio lead. So let's say Denali Nilsson gets promoted to a portfolio lead. we can now see that's upgraded here. If someone got promoted, so let's say Raylan Hatton got promoted from S30 to S40, then we'd also see that change here. Stay tuned for more Excel Essentials.